Hello. How are you doing, guys? Today we're gonna learn about. Should I tell you? Should I not tell you? I better let you watch. Let me know your opinion and don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. We're gonna help me do more content. Good luck.
Number 71. The United States is the country who sees the most tornadoes on average per year with some 1,200. That's more than Canada, Australia, and all of Europe combined. The US has so many tornadoes because of warm and wet air from the south meets cold and dry air from the north across a very flat land. This makes storms which can then turn into tornadoes. Number 72. The tallest mountain outside of Asia is Aconcagua, found in the Andes in Argentina. It stands just under 7,000 meters tall, making it the tallest mountain in both the western and southern hemisphere. This unbelievably makes the mountain the 189th tallest on Earth, meaning the 188 too are taller are all exclusively found in Asia. Number 73. Brazil is the most biodiverse country on the planet. The closer to one US score, the more diverse your country is. Brazil scored 0.78, second place Indonesia scored 0.62, followed by China with 0.59, number 74. Excluding enclave countries, the two closest capital cities on Earth are Brazzaville of Congo and Kinshasa of the Dr. Congo, who at their closest point are just 1.6 kilometers away from one another, number 75. There are 9 countries on Earth who have nuclear weapons. There are 3 countries who used to have nuclear weapons, being Kazakhstan, South Africa, and Ukraine. And then there are 6 of the countries who have nuclear weapons on their territory on behalf of another country, that country being the United States, number 76. The country with the highest cost of the land area ratio is Palau at 3310 meters per kilometer squared. This comes to no surprise as it's an island country with very irregular shaped coastline. On the opposite end of the spectrum, the Dr. Congo has the lowest as its only access to the ocean is this relatively straight tiny bit of coast, number 77. Russia and Canada both border 3 oceans, being the Pacific, the Atlantic, and the Arctic, which comes to no surprise as these 2 countries are the largest on Earth respectively. Number 78. There are just 3 enclave countries on Earth. That's a country that is completely surrounded by another country, being Vatican City and San Marino in Italy and Lesotho in South Africa. A country is not an enclave country. It is surrounded by 2 countries like, say, Eswatini by Mozambique and South Africa. Number 79. There are 20 countries around the world that did not have permanent natural rivers flowing within them. Now, this is so hard to believe as rivers are such a common sighting where I live, the largest of which is Saudi Arabia, the world's 12th largest country, number 80. There are 9 countries on Earth who have Portuguese as one of their official languages. Some examples, of course, being Portugal, Brazil, and even East Timor, number 81. The letter of Malta is Europe's most southern capital. It lies so far south that's further south than some African country capitals such as Tunis and Algiers of Tunisia and Algeria, respectively. Number 82, with some 880,000, Canada has the most legs on Earth. In fact, it has more legs than the rest of the world combined. Second place is China, followed by the US with 201 and 102,000, respectively. Number 83. Arica in Chile is said to be the driest city on Earth with an average yearly rainfall of just 0.03 inches. The reason why it's so dry is due to its proximity to the Atacama Desert. This desert is so dry that in some parts there is no life whatsoever. Some parts have never recorded rainfall. Number 84. At just 2 people per kilometer squared, Mongolia is the world's most sparsely populated country. This makes it 10 times more sparsely populated than New Zealand, 100 times more sparse than Uganda, and nearly 1,000 times more sparse than Bahrain. Number 85. There are said to be 8 countries around the world with uncontacted tribes. There is obviously no known figure for how many individuals there are. Some sources range from 10 to 100,000 across the planet. Number 86. Now this one is truly mind-blowing. Between the years 2011 and 2013, China used more cement than the US did in the entire 20th century. It is estimated that China used 6.5 gigatons, that's 6.5 billion tons. For reference, 1 gigaton is equivalent to around 200 million elephants. Number 87. I'm sure we are all aware that the Burj Khalifa is the world's tallest building, standing 828 meters tall, found in Dubai in the UAE. But what is the world's largest building in terms of floor space? Which country is it found in? Well, at 929,000 meters squared, Tesla's Gigafactory in Texas is the world's largest. That's nearly double the size of the Vatican City. Number 88. Although the US is the king of fast food, it doesn't rank as the most obese in the world, and in fact, not even in the top 10. The country with the highest obesity rate is Tonga at 77%. Number 89. In 2009, China became the country with the most motor vehicles on Earth. Today, it has some 336 million. That's enough to give every single person in the US one each, with some left over. The country with the most vehicles per 1,000 people belongs to San Marino with 1,300. Number 90. At 8890 kilometers long, the US and Canada share the world's longest border. This is due to its long border along the contiguous us, as well as the border with Alaska. Coincidentally, this figure is also around the same height as Mount Everest, number 91. For GDP based on PPP, which is purchasing power parity, China ranks first at 35 trillion US dollars. Purchasing power parity helps compare currencies by looking at what they can buy in different countries. This makes it easier to understand differences in living standards and costs around the world. In this regard, Tuvalu ranks the lowest, number 92. Speaking of Tuvalu, the country makes around 7 million US dollars per year from royalties of its .tiv domain. This, of course, is a popular choice of domain due to the abbreviation of the word television, with Twitch perhaps being the most popular in 2019. Over 8% of the total government revenue came from these royalties alone. Number 93. With 98.8% of its entire land being covered in mountains, Bhutan is the world's most mountainous country. Tajikistan comes in second with 92%, and then Kyrgyzstan with 90.7%. Number 94. When you think of Nepal, you probably think of the Himalayas, huge mountain ranges, and of course, Mount Everest. But do you ever picture lakes? Does Nepal even have any lakes? Well, yep, it actually has around 5,300 in total, number 95. In 2024, Switzerland ranked as having the world's most powerful passport. Due to its neutrality and high human development index, the Swiss can enter 176 countries without a visa. Now, this isn't actually the most, as that will be the UAE with 179. But other factors place the Swiss passport as number 1. Number 96. Which country do you think has the most airports on Earth? It's got to be one of the big boys, right? Well, by a country mile, the US has the most with 15,873. Next is Brazil with just under 5,000, and then Australia with 2,180. Interestingly, the UK has over 1,000, but it's significantly smaller than other countries on this list. Number 97. At 979 meters, Angel Falls in Venezuela is the world's tallest waterfall. To visualize this, imagine the height of the Burj Khalifa, then add another 20% on top of that. Number 98. The smallest country in Africa is the Seychelles. It covers an area of just 452 kilometers squared, making it responsible for less than 0.001% of Earth's entire land. Overall, this ranks the country as the 181st largest, number 99. There are 10 countries around the world to have some sort of weapon on that flag, with Mozambique being the only country with a modern weapon being an AK-47. And finally, number 100 with a fact that really took me by surprise. Antarctica's average elevation is 2,300 meters. If it was a country, this will make it the 5th highest country on Earth by this measure. So there we have it. 100 interesting and intriguing geography facts. If you enjoyed this video and learned something new, consider dropping a like and subscribe for more geography content.
So I hope you enjoyed as much as I did. Please don't forget to click like and subscribe, even a comment. I don't mind. It will help me create more content. I see you soon again.